All right, welcome to Humpdays.
Welcome back, Humpers.
Today we're going to talk about the Swifties versus the Lizzies.
Taylor Swift and Olivia Rodrigo have beef, and we are certain that it's real.
Yes, it's more real than Taylor's relationship with Travis Kelce.
I know, yeah, we think so. Today we'll dive into a bit of a timeline of their history of this beef and really get into some of the newer gossip.
We'll get the hot tea.
The
current tea of where their feud is headed. So, like, it all started, like, in, 2020, when Olivia Rodrigo was coming out. She was also a child actress, right? Wasn't she?
Yeah.
Okay, what was she in? Okay.
It wasn't that good.
It wasn't that good. It wasn't Disney Channel or anything like that.
She did something.
She did something.
Something like that.
She did something. Because her and her co-star, they were both, like, big Swifties. Like, and, like, when eventually they had their falling out, even he was, like, not cared about Taylor anymore. Mm-hmm. So it all started out with them she was just up and coming, said she was the biggest Taylor Swift fan.
Yeah.
She was singing her songs on the internet. And then Taylor Swift, like, sent her like a gift and, like, started encouraging her. Taylor Swift lovebombed her. It's like, that's what I'm getting at here. Like,
right. Yeah. I think this is a love bombing situation. You're right. She just praised her.
She did it with Ice Spice too, right?
I think the
Really?
interesting thing that you bring up Ice Spice, because I think Ice Spice can't surpass her. So, like, Ice Spice will never be as famous as Taylor Swift.
Why?
Because
She's a fad for sure.
she's a fad.
Oh,
She's
Ice
such
Spice,
a fad.
that is
yeah.
100% true. Ice Spice is a fad.
And Taylor Swift will definitely be fine and friends with you if you're not a threat.
Yeah, if you're not a threat. Because, like,
Totally.
Yeah.
women's biggest, like, fears is, like, getting old and being replaced by someone younger and hotter.
And she literally sung about that. Like, that's the scandalous piece of this controversy too, is that Taylor Swift has like actively admitted to that and said she's very afraid for the day where she has to kind of hand the torch over to a younger, more shinier her, and then she's like irrelevant all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Do you think she's ever going to hand off the torch?
Well, she kind of has to, because her whole brand is for young girls. Although I guess you could be, in your 40s and still appealing to like younger.
I don't think her fans are ever going to age, so it's like...
Yeah.
That's true. Her fans are very loyal. So like, the thing with Taylor Swift songs and albums is that they're always entrenched in someone's, like, memories of time. So it's just like
Yeah.
wherever they're going through in a certain moment in time, that's Taylor Swift. So it's like, I was going through a hard summer, I was going through a breakup, I was going through lockdown.
Yeah.
It's like all these intense moments that people have with Taylor Swift. It's like they're going to be loyal to her forever.
Right.
So, like, their next stage in life is like, I was getting married and Taylor Swift dropped a new album, and, like, I was listening to that while I was preparing for my marriage. It's just like, she always has those type of girls that are like, kind of girls that, like, a lot of girls that do kind of have their lives together.
Yeah. And she kind of does have like wedding songs. Like, I don't feel like Olivia has a wedding song, like
Yet. But
yet she could.
But it's just like Olivia's 22 and Taylor Swift's 30 at the time when they started the beef. She was like 22, and
Yeah.
Taylor Swift was like in her 30s.
Yeah.
So this girl's coming up.
Probably 32 or something.
32, something like that.
10 years older than her.
10 years older than her. This
Yeah.
girl's coming up.
Yeah.
She writes her own song. She sings her own song. She does a cover of my song, and I think it might be a little bit better.
Cover of what?
She sang a cover of her song.
Oh, Cruel Summer. Yeah.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
how they kind of first
Yeah.
triggered their friendship.
So it's all their
Yeah.
friendship. So it's like, and Taylor's very good at not starting beef or drama or wanting anything to look like it gets to her. She always wants to look like the bigger person.
Yeah.
So all this
That's
stuff is
true.
happening. All this stuff is happening. This girl's coming out. What do I do? Well, I'll just act like I'm a fan of it. She's a Swiftie. She's a huge fan of mine, so I'll get her a gift. She got her a ring. I think that was like on her album cover or something like that. Like
Guts, yeah.
Yeah.
She featured it on the album cover that has the revenge song, Vampire, which is allegedly about Taylor Swift.
Yes, allegedly about Taylor Swift, and we'll get to that part because that's like the new part of the beef.
Yeah. That's like when the beef started, I guess.
The beef started, and now it's like continuing in 2024.
Mm-hmm.
So she was just this big fan of hers, and
Yeah.
like got all the support.
Love bombed her, like you said.
Yeah, called her
Little
all
bit
the time.
toxic moment.
Yeah.
And then her album gets released, and it breaks a Taylor Swift record, the most albums streamed in the top 10.
Yeah.
beat Taylor Swift by 1.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift had 6. Olivia had 7.
No, really?
Yeah.
By one listen?
By 1 stream. So the
Oh
top
my
10
One
streams at the
listen.
same
Oh my God.
time. Top 10 streams at the same
Oh
time.
my god, one person does make a difference,
No,
you guys.
one person, like, no, top 10, like Billboard top 10 songs.
Yeah.
So the top 10 songs being streamed at the moment
Yeah.
were 7 of them
Yeah.
were Olivia Rodrigo's songs.
Wow.
Wild.
And then Taylor Swift held the record at 6. And then
Wow.
so this girl's coming along.
Oh, top streams, got it.
Top streams.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's not album sales anymore. It's like streams.
That's a big deal then.
That is a big deal. So she
Yeah.
beat her, and then it's all like, I feel
Yeah.
threatened.
Mm-hmm.
And then she started attacking her with these, allegations that, like, hey, this song, I deserve a song credit for this one.
Yeah.
And she
writing
started.
credits.
She wanted a writing credit for a couple of the songs, right?
Two of one of her biggest hits.
Her biggest hit. So like 50% of the money you're getting is coming to me. That's a Taylor Swift song now.
Yeah. And
Now-
she got slammed by Paramore too. That one actually I feel like is legit.
That one is legit.
To
But
me, that one feels very like that one does feel kind of similar, and she even admitted to kind of sampling it and gave her a writing credit. But like for the Taylor Swift ones, I actually do feel like it's quite a stretch.
yeah, it is
I
quite
don't
a
feel
stretch.
like they're
No.
that close.
And the thing is, it's not like other people are getting involved in that. It's like they're under the same record label.
yeah,
So it's not like this record label is going after that record label because it's all their money. So this is just literally Taylor Swift taking 50% of her money away from her.
wow, scandalous.
Yeah, that's pretty catty.
Yeah, because if it's the same, but you can't have a lawsuit within a, like when the two artists have different representation,
Well, you
and it's
would.
not like the same. Like the music group, I guess, gets a percentage of it and everything. So
The-
but why wouldn't they be able to have a?
Well, they wouldn't be
fight
that
with that.
encouraged. So it's like Taylor Swift would have had to have brought it up. And they
Right.
would have talked about it within the record label.
I do agree that I feel like there are ways to stop it if you're Taylor Swift. Like you don't necessarily have to. You're not like at the whim of your team when you're at her level. I do feel like there's definitely a way that she could have been.
Well,
like,
that could have happened before the album even came out.
yeah.
Like because she was talking to her the whole time that album was coming out. They were talking.
And she talked about being inspired by the songs that.
Inspired by Taylor Swift. Inspiration as opposed to just being a copycat. There's a
And
big
even
difference.
and there's a difference between getting a song credit and then getting like 50% of the song's income, you know?
Absolutely.
I definitely feel like there's ways that she could have
she went
done
too
it.
far. Why do you need to do that?
Yeah.
It's too far. Yeah. Absolutely. I agree. And Olivia is, brand new. So it's like, you know how when Kanye interrupted Taylor at the
Yeah.
Grammys, like that it feels very similar where it was finally her moment to win and then she just like got it stolen
Yeah.
from her. And it's like out of all people you think she would understand, like, why would you take away the first win really of
Yeah.
a young
It's
singer,
true. Well,
right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like Taylor Swift because we talked about before. Like Madonna feels the same way about Lady Gaga.
Right.
You stole my thing where like I'm a gay icon. I'm a hot blonde gay icon.
Yeah,
And
using religious imagery,
yeah, like it's just
pointy tits.
they don't like that, and it's just like
Yeah.
and with Taylor Swift, it's probably even more scary because Olivia is a Swiftie,
Yeah.
so she automatically has access to your fan base.
Why?
Well, because she's a Swiftie, so it's like if this is a Swiftie.
Right.
And you brought this girl up who's a Swiftie. Oh my God, I'm a Swiftie. If I'm a good musical artist, maybe she'll bring me up. Like that's support her. Taylor support her. That's a Swiftie. And then she just put the hammer on that.
and just slammed it out.
But like not in a beef way, because Taylor doesn't start beef. She doesn't publicly start beef. You don't know
No,
what she
it has
doesn't
to be
like.
a delicate thing. This is like girl bullying.
Yeah, like you won't even hear Taylor Swift say she hates traffic.
That's true. She's scared about her carbon emissions being published.
Oh my God.
There's a lot of. I think every dance move is super calculated.
Do you think she looks at those memes about the jets all day?
Yeah.
Like, oh my God. I bet that's driving her insane.
She has to have that perfect bulletproof image, and that's why people
Yeah.
get suspicious because it's just like, I don't know, we're in an age of vulnerability, and I think her vulnerability is very calculated.
Definitely, because she doesn't want to seem like she's stirring any type of drama at all.
Everything is so calculated. Every move, everything. Like in her tour, the most scandalous move she makes is just like,
Oh,
but she's
go to the middle camera.
She's just like this, like into a chair. And like like she would never wear the she would never rock this crazy risque
Sure.
No.
outfit. She would. It's either like the most scandalous outfit on her tour is one leg out and
One
like
leg out.
full turtleneck,
Yeah.
So she's very calculated, this broad.
Even when she does have a short dress, she has like boots all the way up past her knees. I went down.
Calculated.
This is like your idea to do an episode on, but then like I started going down the rabbit hole and like I love the drama. Like I was just like I'm just looking at these notes like because then she did it like because Olivia did an interview with Alanis Morissette, and they were both talking about how like like it's tough meeting your idols. Like
Yeah.
these are.
Don't meet your idols.
Yeah, like Olivia said that like some girls that you looked up to end up being mean girls, and Alanis is like,
It's true.
Yeah.
I feel like once she's so crystal clean in this age of vulnerability, and I think that it's suspicious. It's just really suspicious, and it's really suspicious that she only befriends those that are either in a completely different lane
yeah.
or just she knows they're still below her.
Yeah, like Audrey brought up Ice Spice. Ice Spice is a
Yeah.
perfect example of that. She's a flavor of the week. She's one of those like you can't really tell what ethnicity they are. Like they're just a
Yeah.
mix of something, so it kind of looks good standing next to you,
Yeah.
but she'll never surpass you talent-wise because like Olivia Rodrigo, she writes her own music.
Yep.
She writes her own melodies.
She has a bit more of a spicy flair to her ethnicity. She's Latino, right?
Yep.
Yeah. She is a little bit spicier in her content. They both write their own music. They're both super talented. They're both really great singers. Actually, I would say Olivia's a better singer by far.
Well, Taylor would agree with you. That's why she's
Belongs.
upset.
Yeah. And then, it's like Mariah Carey situation and Ariana Grande or Lady Gaga and...
Well, Ariana teamed up with Mariah
Yes,
Carey.
Rihanna.
she did.
She did for one song.
For one song.
For a
Yeah.
couple songs. She's helped her with like the Jingle Ball and...
Yeah, I think those
Yeah.
two are kind of different because I think those two can relate to having to do terrible things in Hollywood.
Yes.
Because they both had to do terrible things in Hollywood. Like Ariana Grande, like her whole Nickelodeon thing, which eventually we've touched a little bit on, but we'll go deep dive.
Well,
into
we'll
that.
go deep. We are fascinated by this type
Yeah.
of thing. It's
With
nuts.
Mariah Carey,
Yeah.
she married Tony. What's his name? Tony Mottola. Tony Mottola is a crook, and he owns Sony Music. And even Michael Jackson said Tony Mottola is the devil.
Really?
Yeah, and he was like in his late 40s when he started grooming Mariah, and I think she was like in her 20s. So like
wow.
they got married really young. So and this guy's ugly. We'll put a picture up. This guy. And he's short too. He's a short king.
God.
But so it's just like she had to go through that marriage, having to deal with that exec and Sony. Probably had to
Yeah.
jump through a lot of hoops she didn't want to jump through. So like, I think she can kind of relate with that to Ariana.
I know, but I don't think Ariana had to go through as much as that. She's been
You had to
little
milk
bit
a potato.
protected. Yeah, she did get tricked into milking a potato.
That's odd.
Yeah, that's true. But anyway,
But still, there is that aspect. Like Mariah does probably hate her because she's younger, and
I do think it has similar energy, to be honest,
Yeah,
because
it
it's
does.
like they're both kind of these. Yeah, there's just a tension there that you feel, and they're just like, we like each other. Like Taylor Swift getting up and cheering for Olivia performing "Vampire," which is
The best move.
allegedly a song
Yeah.
about her stealing her music and at least stealing credits and taking some of her revenue from her songs. So I think
I thought that was a brilliant move because
Yeah.
when she sang that song, because the Grammys before that, she was also Olivia Rodrigo was also there, and also like there's this thing about how like Olivia's copying Taylor because there's this one Grammys where Taylor has all these Grammys, she's holding them, and one
Yeah.
falls off.
Oh, you're perfect, right? We got more of them, don't worry.
Come on, let's go.
oh yeah,
Accidentally falls off, and Olivia did
Too
the same.
many to
Yeah, too
handle.
many to handle, and Olivia did the same thing, but one of them looked like they kind of fell on purpose, like she kind of dropped on purpose, like I got you, like there's a little finger poke there.
Oh dang!
But with what were we saying about the?
Well, she's just like a spicier version.
Yeah.
She's like spicier too in terms of content. Like
Right.
people, there was a whole controversy recently about moms that were just horrified by Olivia Rodrigo's concert because she had like sexual moves and she has, she speaks about being in her ex's bed and she swears a lot. So she's sort of like the uncensored Taylor, but it's still like totally not that badass,
It's like one's PG, one's PG-13.
Yeah. That's exactly right. Yeah.
So what I was saying with like back to like the Grammys. So that was 2023. They both did the same thing. In 2023, they're both at the Grammys, and Taylor takes photos with everybody.
Yes.
But she didn't take a photo with Olivia. But she took a photo with Olivia's frenemy, Sabrina Carpenter. Sabrina Carpenter stole Olivia's boyfriend. And Taylor's just like, oh, I take photos with everyone. And that's her excuse for that.
But you know what? You don't take everyone on tour, and she just took Sabrina Carpenter on tour. She took her on tour. And it only makes sense to bring Olivia on tour. And she hasn't. It makes total sense from every kind of PR angle. But there's definitely beef because of that. That's proof enough to me.
So
that's
for her to
proof
take
enough
Olivia on tour?
that she hasn't taken Olivia on tour.
I think...
And Olivia has not attended the Eras Tour once. And that was
true.
like a mandated thing for every celebrity to do.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
Like even putting out
Every
this
Swiftie.
video, we're basically saying we'll never work in Hollywood because we're like putting out anything negative about Taylor Swift. Like even other comedians and that are very famous are still like signing with Taylor Swift because she is a powerhouse, right?
She's a powerhouse.
And I don't think that she's not. I think that we are still, like, I admire what she's built and everything, but it's like, come on, you don't have to have no beef ever.
Yeah, well, you don't become a billionaire without like covering all of your angles.
Right.
Sure.
Like, and that's the thing. We're just like, we're not hating on Taylor Swift. We're just showing that she's a person. And that's the angle that we're coming from. It's just like she handles everything so well. She doesn't have a meltdown. She doesn't do midnight tweets.
That's true.
She doesn't have any sex tapes. She doesn't steal anyone's boyfriend.
I think politicians could take a few
Yeah.
steps.
from
You know, like,
She's-
yeah,
That's
geez,
a
she is
good
squeaky
point.
clean. Like,
Yeah. She's
Yeah.
well, she wouldn't be the politician. She'd be the one that can blackmail the politicians. She's like the one that has the dirt on everyone.
right.
But like, and that the, like you said, with the 2024 Grammys, when Olivia sang "Vampire," she's singing that song. She knows
Everywhere.
that camera is going to be on Taylor Swift when that song's being played.
Yeah.
So what does she do? She gets up and gives her a standing ovation. I'm so proud of you. You're my protege. There's no beef. Women support women.
And they do.
And it was like, chef's kiss. Like, it's like, don't even try. Like, don't even try going at this girl. Like, you can't even say anything.
Yeah.
Like, what is Olivia going to do? And I think, because I heard maybe, I don't know if this is true or not, but like there was it floating around that Taylor did offer Olivia like to open, but all that beef is just like, it'd be like Taylor just putting her in a place. Like, no, you're beneath me. You open for me.
Right.
Like, that would be the power move. Like, no, you're my opener.
Yeah.
You recognize that.
Yeah.
Like, that's like the mistake people are making where it's just like, oh, she, turned down Taylor Swift for opening. It's like, no, this woman wants me like under her thumb, wanted me to know my place as opposed to just let me go do my own thing.
Yeah. She's like, I'm selling out my own
Yeah.
tours and arenas, so it's not I'm beyond the level of opening.
Yeah. And yeah, I have my own flavor at Amy's Ice Cream.
Yeah, that's right. She does. She has a cone.
Was that Amy's, right?
Yeah, Amy's ice cream.
Yeah.
Or no.
Oh, no, that's
Jenny's.
Jenny, sorry.
Jenny's ice
We'll
cream.
cut that out. Sorry, Amy's.
Sorry, Amy's. An Austin staple,
Yeah.
but not as good as
No.
Jenny's.
Yeah, she has her own flavor at Jenny's Ice Cream.
Yeah, Jenny's the king. I think Jenny's better than Haagen-Dazs now. Let us
Yeah.
know in the comments.
And
what
sorry,
ice cream flavor is your
sorry,
favorite?
Amy, but Jenny's is better. Well, how long do you think Taylor Swift can last at being number one? Because she obviously wants to be number one. She's
Forever.
Like, she's beating Beyonce. Like, she beat Beyonce's, but there's so many people coming for her. Like,
Yeah.
Like, we talk about how Beyonce wants to take her spot. Olivia, like, actually, probably Olivia wants nothing to do with her now, but like, just wouldn't mind.
Wouldn't mind taking
Like,
over
I
his
can see
spot.
Olivia doing a collab with Beyonce.
I think Taylor Swift, I think Olivia is definitely motivated now more than ever to be number one. I don't think she was before.
Yeah.
And now she probably really wants to be. I'm sure she wants to grab a song credit from Taylor Swift.
How awesome would that be?
She's probably going to be listening with a fine-tooth comb. But Taylor Swift's team won't allow that to happen.
No.
They'll find a way to distort the sound enough. Also, songwriting credits, like, seems kind of like a scam now.
Well, because all songs are basically just four different chords.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's
I
what
know.
actually Olivia Rodrigo's dad even tweeted out, like, oh, check out this song by Olivia. It's like, it's inspired by Elvis Costello, but Elvis Costello wouldn't sue because he appreciates people being inspired by his music.
Oh my God, he did? That's spicy too. They're all pissed about it. I mean, why did Taylor even need the money? Like, what would she even need the money for? Is she just trying to be like
Yeah, it's not
the
the money.
first multi-billionaire musician just to have that title? Probably.
It's the status. It's the
Yeah.
I'm number one.
Yeah.
Know your role. Know your place.
Yeah. The
No one
control.
younger and hotter is coming for me. I'm not done yet.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's going to evolve into something else. I wonder if she'll have kids.
Who?
Taylor,
No way.
You don't think so? Really? No way.
you don't think she'll have kids?
Who's gonna give her kids?
Travis?
Travis. She could buy some.
It's not gonna happen.
You don't
has
think
a
so?
No,
$1
she doesn't want
billion.
them.
Do you think she'll adopt, and if so, African or Chinese?
I don't think she's gonna do anything. I really don't think she's ever gonna have kids, like ever. I don't think she wants to be
Really?
a mom.
Huh. Even if it's good for her brand?
Yeah, that's the thing. Eventually, it'll have to be good for the brand. Because
Then
she's
she'll
what?
adopt some African kids. That's what I think.
You think she'll go African?
Or maybe Ukrainian or something. Depends on the war going on.
Well, that's true. I was thinking Chinese because like they're like meant to be classically trained in music. So it's just like she'll have
Right.
yeah, just a little violinist.
she's a little violinist.
Oh my God. Her
Pianist.
whole band is her children.
I
Could
love
happen.
this.
That would be great.
Well, how else will she have her empire?
I think she will have kids because it's getting to that age. Because like I don't think she wants to be a Madonna where like because Madonna just like wants to be a sexualized person forever.
Yeah,
And that's not her brand.
She's never been
So
that,
it's like
yeah.
Taylor Swift always has these phases of her life.
Imagine she just does a full switch. It's just like, oh yeah, through my younger years, I kept it, PG, and then now I'm gonna
Just
flip
a
into
freak
like
phase.
Madonna.
Yes.
She gets a Brazilian butt lift, lip injections, big ass boobs.
Only wears bikinis.
Only wears bikinis.
Gets caught in a night out.
Yeah, shows up. So she'll have kids, but then show
Cocaine.
up to their graduation, just boobs out.
Yeah. Drunken mess.
It's a drunken mess.
She just does a full switch. Can't take it much longer.
That would be great.
I don't think so. She's gonna keep it clean her whole life. And
No,
she's
yeah,
gonna-
those kids are gonna have to like really keep it together too, because like they won't be allowed to step out of line.
How many kids would she have?
4. I don't know why I think 4, but I think they're gonna have a lot.
4.
Yeah.
I like 4.
Yeah.
It won't be like a couple. They'll have
She's
a
not
bunch.
gonna go full Elon Musk. She's gonna keep it.
No, they'll have 4, and that might become a loveless marriage.
Might be a couple of different marriages. No.
No,
She's
no.
gonna have to have.
She'll
one.
have one marriage,
Or one man at least.
one man. I think her and Travis will get married.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna
It's in the
retire
cards.
and she's gonna have a different phase, but he's still gonna have to be in the limelight because they're gonna be a power couple, and the dynamic has to be. Even though she's more famous than him, they're in a different. They're in like different lanes.
Yeah.
So he's still in his profession. He's the best at what he does. He's a Super Bowl champion. He's the
Yeah.
best at what he does.
Yeah. Multiple
That's
Super
why
Bowls.
I don't think he'll retire as a bad tight end. Like he won't play out his career until like he can't play anymore
As a loose end.
as a loose end. And all loosey goosey.
Okay.
But
Yeah, I think he has 1 or 2 years left at being at the best.
Yeah.
And then I think he will go and get a really great broadcasting job.
Yeah.
And that Taylor Swift will help that because Travis Kelce's going to be on TV all the time.
Yeah.
And then they'll travel.
And he fits the role as like goofy dad.
Yeah, goofy dad.
Goofy dad will be his role.
Yeah. But she can't like I don't think she can go back to dating musicians for sure.
No.
I don't think she'd want to. They're all immature compared to
And
like
it is off brand. Like this makes way more sense on brand to have like a football player and then raise a little cheerleader.
yeah, and that
Oh,
goes with
yeah.
that goes with the boss mom thing where it's just like, you know
Small
what?
town America.
Small town America, but also like being progressive in the sense that like my husband's at home taking care of kids
Yeah.
while I'm out touring.
Like I am the higher earner. I'm still the boss babe,
Yeah.
but he's also extremely respectable and then he's like killing it with the kids or something like that. Like that feels like super modern and the right
pretty
move for her
cute.
career.
Yeah.
Pretty cute. Her new songs are going to be about having kids, I'm sure. Because she needs that. Because when her
Yeah.
fan base is starting to have kids, they're just going to use that for every baby shower and
Oh
everything,
my god,
right?
that is like
Yeah.
that's true.
So true.
And then Olivia's going to be stuck in the corner, shaking her hips and saying a swear word every so often. And she'll call it a swear word.
We'll call it a
A
swear word.
scary little swear word. Scandalous.
I said ass.
Aw.
But we're fans of both.
Yeah.
Well, that's all. Like Kate, we are fans of both. Taylor Swift, she's a human being, and I kind of like how she handles her drama well. She handles it well because there's all like everyone has people that you don't like, and sometimes you're like, oh, I wish I handled that better. Now I look bad. The thing is, like, Taylor Swift doesn't look bad. Like, there's a lot of people she doesn't like. And there's a lot of times where she's never looked bad in that situation. Like,
The most you hear negative about her is just that they're like, there's got to be something.
Yeah, they
right?
don't know
But
what it
nobody-
is.
Yeah,
They don't know.
They can't name it. Exactly.
whoever her PR team is, or whoever does that coaching, is brilliant. Like, that's like, I'm very curious and like how they figured that out.
Because we were doing like the timeline research, like, oh, Olivia, and like every article from any kind of like Elle magazine was one we saw, People magazine, all these things, they're all like a headliner being like the Olivia and Taylor beef, but they all lead to her clapping at the Oscars and saying, is there really a beef? We don't think so.
No, she's
girls
supportive.
keep getting pit against girls. We think these are just rumors,
Yeah.
and it's like, that's her PR team doing that.
For sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Like,
Of course.
what? No article's gonna end like that. They're gonna end with
There's
a
dirt.
cliffhanger,
Yeah.
right? And there's dirt. So it's definitely, her PR team is flawless, expert level.
Yeah, but if that fall does happen, there's going to be a lot of people dancing on that
yeah.
grave.
There are.
Because like there's before, we're kind of running out of time here. But like we didn't even talk about like Katy Perry.
No.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. That's a whole nother part.
That's what like that's
That's
like
right.
like
Because
that's
didn't she also date Katy Perry, Orlando Bloom?
It was
John Mayer.
Yeah,
Wasn't
John
it?
Mayer.
John Mayer.
Oh, and didn't Taylor date John Mayer?
Yeah.
Yeah, they both dated.
Dear John.
Yeah,
Dear John. Dear John. You know that
Yeah.
one. Is it right? Isn't that a song? Dear John.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
so
hers.
like, that whole beef. That's right. And she puts up that under the rug too. So easy.
Yeah. Because Katy Perry's a little crazy, so obviously she's gonna lose that beef. Like, good luck, Katy.
Yeah. She like showing up with shark costumes
Yo.
behind her. Yeah. No. Yeah. I kissed a girl. You're done. Anyway, how do we wrap this up?
Don't harm us, Swifties.
Please don't come for us. But if you do, you're helping our algorithm, and we appreciate it.
But we do love Taylor Swift, and like, how else do you think she's human? All right, let's just
But we love Olivia Rodrigo more.
yeah.
Or who do we love more? We don't know. We're not going to say.
We're not gonna say, but I bet if Taylor Swift came out with an ice cream, it'd be vanilla. Thanks
Tickets
for coming.
to our shows, link down below. Every watch hour counts. If you guys want to stream or run through our playlist, we're getting really close to monetization, and we are so excited. It's our dream. So
Yeah.
thank you so much.